Welcome to Boho Punks. Today we have Sam from Trick or Treat. If you haven't watched this, it's pretty much set in stone as an iconic character and a really good movie. It's got some comedy, it's got some horror, a little slasher in there as well. So let's make this little cute guy a Skullector. Skullectors are an adult collection line for Monster High. So we have this Toralei. We're going to use just her body, popping it off with a heat gun, and carving her a Skelita head. Using my nail buffer to smooth out the space between the lip and the nose cartilage, then carve out that lovable permanent smile. Using a X-Acto knife and a drill bit that is just small enough to make a little tiny hole, we're going to recreate this nose, or lack of thereof. With her smile permanently edged in, we're going to go ahead and make a cavern in her temple. All to kind of alter the shape of her eye. I wanted to really exaggerate it as if it was eye makeup, like a real extreme cat wing, but just in a different spot. Darkening the inside of her nose, mainly just so you guys can see the detail that a little better in advance. Now we're going to cover it with this orange, but don't worry, I know it doesn't match. We're going to make it match, and we're going to go over it a few times. This is just the base color basically. If you like my video so far, please consider subscribing, click the bell for notifications, and give this video a like. Thumbs up never hurt nobody. It makes my day. It makes my day. Now we're going to lay down the base. I know we usually do white, but we're going to do burgundy, a deep, deep red, almost like blood. Almost. Not quite. And now you see why we did the cavern. Adding air dry clay to the top of the head to make the shape, mainly because we don't want it to be too heavy. And I wanted a lot of sculpt time because I move like a snail. Using an elongated tool to make an indent to give a pumpkin-like appearance. Continuing this until I get the desired effect. Making sure to add little lines to give it some more texture and aging. Going over, she kind of looks like a tangerine to me, I don't know why. Some of the base color I kept, some I did not. Painting this little tiny detail I almost missed. Very much jack-o'-lantern like. So now we have its jack-o'-lantern nose done. We can do his eyes. There's a bunch of wrinkles and folds, and because I'm not going for hyper realistic and going more for a Skullector type look, a factory type of look. I'm simplifying it down. I'm using Sam's wrinkles as an excuse to use it as a alternative, yeah, I would say an alternative makeup design. Instead of trying to put wrinkles, it's just going to be like a double cat line. Making the edge more pronounced by making the edges black, just to make it deeper looking. I cut out a pattern, dyed it, and made this cute little jumper. The jumper's not done, it's just what we have right now. We're going to add some sleeves. I want it to be see-through. I did decide to not double up the mesh. Now for his patches. With the edges sealed, we can top stitch them onto wherever we like. He doesn't have a ton of these, so I didn't go overboard, but I do think I want to do a design where there's a dress that's just made out of patches. I'm also plotting on making a second one of these because she came out so good. I love her. Love her. So good. Sam has a little flap in the back, and I had to include that, so we're adding buttons. Sandwiching together burlap and cotton fabric just saved me layers of burlap that I would have had to double up on in order to get it to the thickness, because I didn't want it to be too see-through. With 4 of these made, I'm going to go ahead and sew all the edges together so we can get that iconic round head. With it all dyed, after, I think I'm gonna stop dyeing it after I put Fabritac, because it takes the dye different from the fabric and it's a little noticeable. But live and learn. Using our model, we're going to cut a hole to size, and we're leaving it messy. We're not going to put Fabritac because I want it to look very raggedy. Now we're sewing gloves. We already detached the hands. Sewing it on so that we could take it off, turn it inside out, and put it back on the hand, and then attach the hands. Now it's time for his little sack. Once again, I'm just taking burlap, and I'm taking burlap fabric and the cotton fabric. They're already dyed, and sewing them together, cleaning up the edges. And then squishing it just enough to put something small in there. I wasn't sure on how I would do it. I might still do it because I have time, but I sculpted and printed up these little accessories. I had so much fun. I'm going to post videos of me sculpting them separately. Painting the inside of the jack-o'-lantern bright yellow with a lot of layers, and then painting the outside with a base orange. And then I'm going to set that aside and we're going to work on the next item. While that dries, I'm going to work on the top of the jack-o'-lantern, which is very simple. I had already started to paint this yellow when I was painting the inside of the pumpkin. I mixed this orange when I was doing Sam's head, so I just added some white to make it a slightly different color and painted onto the shoe. In painting the soles a taupe brown. I sculpted the school bus from the school crash scene. I just really liked that particular scene. I felt like it was very interesting, so I chose that for this particular shoe. For this shoe, I chose the robot mainly because I love the old school DIY robot and because it kicked off the movie. We're going to use two different silvers, a chrome and also a regular silver. It doesn't look like a big difference on camera, but there is a big difference in person. The camera's just not catching it quite as well as the human eye does. I went ahead and already painted also his candy. I went ahead and painted his lollipop orange while I had the other orange. I basically went through and painted everything that was orange with that orange because it was drying up and I moved slow, as I said. So I did that in advance. I'm drawing the lines on the lollipop stem with watercolor pencil first and then going back with acrylic paint. I just wanted a guideline. Now using UV to give it that glossy look. Curing under my UV flashlight. The little candy blade is going to get a chrome silver, just like the robot. The inside of the wrapper is silver and the outside is red. I failed typography. If you don't know what typography is, it is a class in art school that literally you just write letters until it looks like a printer did it. And I failed at it. So this took me a couple tries, even though I got the grasp of I failed. I failed a few times. So we're going to paint over it with red and it eventually gets there. But we're doing white first so that the yellow pops once we do get that right. Now that I got it off camera, still not as great as I wanted it to be, but it's there. It's there. I'm gonna practice because I'm out of practice. It's been a while. I'm old. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So, Holly-ho. Holly-ho? I think it's Holly-ho. What do you think it's pronounced like a name? Like a little girl's name? Holly-ho? Now, I wanted to make a stand. This was a very last minute decision. I just thought, I made all these accessories and I'm not sure how they quite go together. I just knew I wanted to make them. And then I had the bright idea of turning the jack-o'-lantern into a light-up jack-o'-lantern. But I didn't want the cord to go on Sam's outfit or through the outfit. So instead of holding the lantern, we're going to put it on a stand. I'm getting real used to making a custom stand with my dolls. It works better for how they stand based on what I did to them. This one is easily powered by cute little batteries. Don't ask me what they are. I don't know at the current moment. Now that we drilled the hole, we can easily put all of the wire feeding it through the pumpkin. The great thing about this is if you need to change the battery, it's easy access, and if you need to switch out the lighting because for whatever reason, maybe it stopped working years from now, or you just wanted a different color, you can, because you can access it through the top of the lantern and you can access it from the bottom, no problem. With that, she's done. She came out really good. I didn't get a picture of me making the pole, but if you've watched my previous videos, I have me showing that. I can't believe that I'm almost to 4,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. You are true blue. If you haven't subscribed yet, come join the fam. I really appreciate it. Let's run this one up just like the others. What iconic horror person do you feel like needs more recognition? I feel like all of these horror people get recognition real late. Terrifier, no one knew about it until it was a meme. Sam is only known because it's cute, but I don't know a lot of people that's actually watched the movie. Like, what are we thinking? What are we making next? Let's vibe. Let's get it together. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's anything you would have changed. If you wanted a different outfit. I know, you're like, Halloween is over. But guess what? On this channel, Halloween's never over, okay? We get spooky all year round. 365 days. All day. With a little cute thrown in. Because, you know, I'm an anime girly. And we're a cartoon girly. So we're always going to have some cute in there. But always expect some spooky all year around. Yes. Yes. Cute and spooky. Make sure to check out my website, my Etsy shop, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Thank you. Bye.